Alrighty then, what is going on YouTube? This is your boy Ligo One Half Endure. It's been a long time, guys. It's been a time. I've been traveling and doing stuff. So it's been a minute. So I'm back. Of course, I had to start off with the usual. So hey, it's funny and I have to do it. Now let me put up a prerequisite again. Do this for fun. Most of y'all could figure right now, I just don't care no more. I say buy the games you want to buy, have fun. We want to have fun. But I do like to make people look like idiots because sometimes they just keep putting their foots in their mouth. So I like to do that. So this is for fun. And I'm not angry as usual. I'm perplexed and just funny. And then so I ain't gonna do the mic checks song in here. I've not listened to this video, so I wanna somebody send it to me and I'm gonna play it and respond to it. I think it's a good thing. But also I like to keep my mental, the reason I'm not listening to this, my mind could like be sharp and keep me going. So we're responding to his rant. I'm not ranting. I don't care. I'm just gonna basically I'm gonna point out Captain Obvious in most of these things. But hey, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I don't know what's gonna that's why I said I didn't do the usual stuff because because his video is 26 minutes long. So let's see if we get through it. I hope that I don't gotta go through a lot of crap, but these guys are, in a way, just surprising. They're just surprising. So it's good to be back in the old chair, the old mic. After being, and now it's time for me to test out my mental chops again, and see mental chops one. Also see if Nintendo fans have. It's only been 2 weeks, so I doubt Nintendo fans is getting the ones who are just bandwagoners change their minds that much. But we'll see right here. So we are responding to Nintendo's Prime. I am tired of AAA third parties ignoring Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Rant. So, will you guys come along with me on a journey? Now, let me get myself ready for this mental gymnastics I might gotta do because I know these guys don't have simple sense and everything. So let me say, me. Make sure I got the throat ready. Got some water. All right. Okay. Let's go. Nintendo Prime. Let's hear what you have to say about that. Give me a second here. Make sure. Because like I said, I've not been. Like a little bit more. So hopefully, and I lean back so you guys can hear this more better from this spot. All right. Let's go.
So I've been debating on making this video for a while, and I'm sure throughout a lot of this, many of you folks will either be nodding in agreement, calling me an idiot.
Oh, don't stop tempting me now. Do not stop tempting me. But we'll see.
Or really, really confused. Because
I'm not.
What we're talking about is Nintendo. Switch in particular this case, but Nintendo on the whole.
Really? We're talking about Nintendo. Oh, yeah, we forgot the name Nintendo Prime. Just like I'm in duo. Yeah. Again. Let's go.
And why I'm just really tired of Nintendo and Switch being treated by AAA third-party companies, and yes, I mean all of them, not just Western, Japanese as well, being treated as more of an afterthought, a side project, not really a console or a console manufacturer that's on par with everybody else. Now, before I get into what's happening with Switch today and my feelings on this and why I'm sick of it, I do want to point out that Nintendo is primarily to blame for driving third parties away over the prior decades in the business.
Oh, really? Nintendo is the one who primarily rushed them away. I feel like a history lesson is coming on, young kiddies. Boys and girls, let's go to history lesson. Let's see if he's going to point out the obvious why Nintendo, quote unquote, drive away third parties. Because I'm thinking it's not going to happen the way It's not gonna happen the way he's gonna do it. What up, Poppy 2K? Long time no see, man. So let's go with this. Let's see what happens.
Back in the 80s, Nintendo had to create some strict rules, basically, that Nintendo seal of quality that required Nintendo to approve of every game coming out on their platform, because the reason the video game industry crashed in the 80s was because there was no regulations on the games themselves. And I'm not just talking about like ESRB ratings and stuff like that. That kind of came a little later. I'm more so talking about the fact that store shelves were being flooded with shovelware, making it impossible to find good games. So when you buy an Atari 2600 and everything you buy for it ends up sucking, you quickly kind of become irrelevant. And that's what was happening to the video game industry until Nintendo came along. Not only did Nintendo pump out and promote their first party and second party, IPs in front of other companies, and they happen to have high quality ones, they also made sure that the third party offerings were generally really good. That doesn't mean there aren't terrible NES games. There are. But if you look at the amount of shovelware on NES compared to the systems that came before it, it's actually a night and day difference. And then,
you know what? I agree with you so far. So you might be right. At the beginning of the video, you said agree. So you're right. I agree. So far, the history lesson is so good.
Nintendo kept this Nintendo seal quality going into the Super Nintendo, and then they still kept it going in subsequent years after. And why did they do that? It sounds like a wholly good thing, right, to have that Nintendo seal quality. But the thing is, as the industry bounced back and as competition was ramping up with Sega and then eventually Sony and Microsoft and all these companies, is that they were offering more creative freedom. Because when you have to have everything go through a manual approval process, Nintendo could essentially say no to a game or censor games coming to their platform. And there actually are several instances in decades past where Nintendo not just censored their own games, censored third-party games as well.
Which is their own property, so they could do it. And it's on their platform, so they can do it. That's just how capitalism works, son. They could do it. Sony could do it. Sony has done it. Microsoft has done it. So come on now.
Their platform, providing you what was not the original experience. And so that was just, it was irksome. And this is before we get into Nintendo's other.
So that was irksome. So let me get this straight. So I own a company again, and I want to make sure if I'm using third-party parts, I want the best third-party parts so they don't hurt my product, being that I'm the one that's providing the service I need to have. That makes nope, can't say common. That makes simple sense. I give an example. You know what screwed a lot of car makers back in 2000, early 2007 and most of 2016? Takata bags. Those are airbags. That was in a lot of cars and screwed a lot of cars over because they were crappy. You checked them before. That was a third party had crappy airbags that was killing people. Same thing with Firestone, with the tires. You that's just smart business sense. I digress. It might be irksome to you, but again, that's just what it is. Just like when I do my music and people are signed to my contract, yeah, I censor them sometimes because I told them this is not what is for my platform that I'm providing them. They want to go someplace else, they can. So I have the right to do that, and they have the right to do that. Any company has the right to do that if they're providing the service. Jeez.
Other decisions where Sony started going with CDs and then eventually DVDs and Blu-rays. Nintendo stuck with cartridges for an extra generation longer than they needed to. And that made it more expensive to put games on a platform like the Nintendo 64. And then there's the architecture thing where they stuck with PowerPC longer than they should have. Wait
a minute, longer than they should have. They still kind of use the ARM system kind of right all into the Switch. And again, it was a smart move for them because you know that little dirty word that you people don't like to use for. You see, when you just copy and paste over stuff, this probably because it was never built for the controls, the system, whatever. Optimization is not a bad, well, no, it is a bad word. I forgot. Optimization is a bad word. Game developers don't like that word for some apparent reason. Optimization makes the game run better, no matter what console it's on. So I never get that when people say that crap, but again, so far, it's hit or miss on your history, missing. I have not. Let me see if you can hit that point that I think you need to hit.
Other companies like Microsoft were obviously always kind of leaning towards PC stuff, and then obviously
how that worked out for them
as well with the PlayStation 3 with their with how they handled their hardware, but then they bounced back this current generation. And Nintendo's just always made decisions that seem to drive third parties away. Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and then you have Wii. Motion controls are great. Third party support on Wii was actually a lot stronger than
yes, it was.
Realized, to be completely honest.
Yes.
But it still wasn't on par with everybody else for several obvious reasons, from power differences to disc differences to not even having a system that can output in even 720p, let alone HD.
Yeah, even though that a lot of, if you go back again when Mario Galaxy got released, everybody was oohing and ahhing off the out graphics, just like they did with Breath of the Wild. Again, I'll digress.
Yeah, I think 480p was the highest you could get a Wii to output.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever. Nintendo always had a really strong handheld business that was always, I don't want to say it was always on the side, because their handheld business has actually always been their most profitable and highest selling business they've ever had, but it was always kind of an aside. And then Wii U with the gamepad and blah, 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 you get up to today with Switch. Now, the thing is
I figured you forgot the most important part that shoved the wedge between Nintendo and third parties. Of course, they always do this. I'm not surprised they did this. How about the GameCube, Nintendo Prime? The GameCube, when Yamaguchi said, hey, third parties, what do you guys want on your next console? Because of what happened with PlayStation and 64. Oh, we want this, we want that, with a powerful system, we want a better control, we want anti-piracy, we want all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. Oh, here you go, the GameCube. A third party helped Nintendo work on the GameCube. And also, they didn't only make contracts for you for your games, Nintendo also provided you money to make your games. Capcom 5 anyone says with Ubisoft and Wii and everything. And what did those companies did? Stab them in the back. I'm sorry, when you stab them in my back, I kind of don't remember, forgive you that easy. I should forgive you, but I should not forget. And then that's what drove the wedge to them. You see what he did that though. Super Nintendo, 64, skip the GameCube, Wii U, Switch. Telling you, it's funny how these guys always do this. Always do this. But whatever. Let's hear what you say now. Cause now you care about third parties now, ignoring Nintendo because the console because the Switch is selling a very lot. But when it was the Wii U, you didn't give a damn. Gotcha. And the thing about it that killed me. Let me check here. Let me just check something right here. Because I'm not. Yeah, 34,000K. So I know you get money from YouTube. You get money from YouTube. So you telling me you couldn't buy a Xbox, a PlayStation, if you were that careful for the third parties? Yeah, sure. Yeah. Please don't insult my intelligence, young man.
A lot of Nintendo seal quality requirements are gone. Nintendo no longer requires that they have to.
Oh, don't forget. Remember when I did a video about Clean Prince Gaming? He said he's blaming Nintendo to hold the third parties to their standards. Remember that video? I'm telling you, these guys are not consistent with their bull crap. I remember what that. This is why it's fun to make fun of these guys. Again, I don't care. I'm way past giving a damn about the console war bull crap or whatever. Nintendo's gonna make their money as best as they can. Sony and Microsoft are gonna do. The industry's dying. I don't care no more. I'm buying my games and enjoying it. But you gotta love the hypocrisy that just bounces off the wall with these guys. Oh, Nintendo forced them away because they were too strict. Oh, Nintendo, you need to be strict on them because now their quality is crappy. Damn if you do. Damn if you ain't. Damn if you do. If you ain't.
Approve of your game coming to the platform. They do still have an approval process for releasing patches for games on Switch. That's a little bit of a hassle compared to other companies, but I feel like that's more so to block exploits because some.
To block exploits. Oh my God. and they're wrong for doing that? You gotta love these guys. You gotta love them.
Sometimes you guys will know certain exploits and certain hacks on systems happen through third-party games that had just an issue in the code that allowed it to occur. So I think it's a security reason, and I don't really think that's why games aren't coming out on Switch. It is why patches take longer for certain games on Switch. NBA Playgrounds, infamously last year, had a hard time getting things patched because they had to wait for the Nintendo approval process on it, but they didn't have to have Nintendo's approval to come to the platform. All they had to do was request a dev kit. Nintendo basically gives any person who's trying to make a game a dev kit. You pay for them, so it's not that big of a deal. I could have a dev kit. If I contact Nintendo and I have a game and a preliminary concept for a game, and I can buy a dev kit from Nintendo if I want. There's certain NDAs that come with that, and just because I have a dev kit doesn't mean I can talk about the dev kit or give you any information.
And also, they don't give no. You got to go through a process. You could not get a dev kit that easy. You have to go through the process, and once you pass the process, they'll give it to you. Tell the guy from Ori and the Blind Forest how that worked out. The jerk.
Of the dev kit until the NDA has run its course in 10 years or whatever. But the reason I'm bringing all this up is because this is all the stuff that's basically Nintendo's fault for why third parties kind of drifted away from them. The power differences,
their fault again.
Trying unique things with controllers.
The same controllers that you like now. I don't like these guys. Is funny with this crap. Hilarious. Xbox, same controllers until now. Refine no differences to the minutia. Same to the PlayStation with the DualShock. Refine minutia to the minutia. Every Nintendo console has a different controller for different playing experience. No, Nintendo Prime, nobody's forcing you to buy the friggin' thing. Even though your whole channel is dependent on Nintendo to make your money. But again, that's just how things work, don't it?
Nintendo seal of quality that they held on to too long, the different mediums between discs and cartridges. And even today...
Discs and cartridges, yes, but a mini disc for the GameCube, and you're not going to mention it, and I'll mention it now. Third parties asked for that. Specifically asked for that.
On Switch, a cartridge is actually a nice deterrent for a third party because it's more expensive to use cartridges. Now, is it...
No, it's just because, as Doc be saying a lot of time, most of these bitches are just cheap. And that's going to bite a lot of gamers in the future in the ass with that shit. Seriously would. But if the Switch could be the last hard console, because again, Nintendo's following the vocal minority with bullcrap and the whole online and cloud and all that crap that I hate. That should be true arguments that you should be making Nintendo Prime. And yes, I don't have my friend Triple M because again, I don't have my helmet like Triple M had because I need it. I don't think I need it for this one, but still, yeah, that's a problem. Nintendo Prime
matter as much when we're in a medium where Nintendo is just fine if you release games digital only. I mean, NBA 2K18 last year initially released digital only. It took a month before there was a physical copy. So I don't know if that's a deterrent these days, but it is.
And again, shout outs to my boy Dr. Philgo, but even though I say the same thing too. So how the hell indie games do it, but then big parties with money can't do it? I never understand. That's the argument that nobody will common sensely bring up. So you're telling me Yacht Club Games, Noctilus is doing Blaze. Who doing Blaze Strangers, Puzzle Game, Court of Princess XE. They're gonna do physical copies. They have no problem with the freaking physical copies. But a company like Capcom and all that shit that has all the money, more money than these guys, can't do this. Get the F out of here with that bull crap, man. That's bull crap.
It's something to take into consideration when releasing games on a Nintendo platform. Now, that's where I kind of give Nintendo their bulk of the blame. There's a lot of other stuff that happened in between that Nintendo did.
It was like just trying to be funny or
really friggin' hell.
Third parties, but that's kind of the general gist of Nintendo's fault.
No, it's not. And I know it's not. You forget the most important part, but let's digress and keep on going. You're full of
they have made over the years and not adjusting to the industry quick enough to encourage their
what industry is right now? Broken games. Let me see. Broken games always on, which is something that killed me, that y'all crucified Microsoft. Sony lied to y'all. When Don Matrick said what he said, y'all went boo and whatever, and y'all said, we don't want a DRM, we don't want to always online games, we don't want a broken game, we don't want bad DLC and all that crap. What happened? All that is basically almost mainstays in most of these third-party games right now. And Sony did it. They lied to y'all, said it, whatever, and then it just kept on going, and people followed it. They want to do the exact same conference in 2013 when Microsoft did. When they saw what Microsoft got, all the boos they got, and they changed their way, but they still implement the same thing that's happening now. So come on, please. If that's the industry, I am super happy Nintendo went against that. That's why the Wii U is my favorite console of all time, because it is the last true gaming console where I can just put in a game and just play. I gotta worry about the installs, no bull crap, just play and have fun.
Party success on their platforms. There's a lot of reasons that people basically think you buy a Nintendo system to play Nintendo games, and that's even still true to this day.
It is.
A lot of people told me, oh, they're only interested in Pokemon Let's Go the rest of the year, or they're only interested in Smash, which means they have zero interest in the oodles of other games coming out this year, like
exactly. And these guys are the social gamers I'm talking about. They only buy the games because it's popular. That's it. Not because you want to have fun. Remember, over my OJ, I don't play Battlefield. Not Battlefield. I don't play Call of Duty Black Ops. I don't see it, and I hate the game. But I'll play it if you guys want to play it. For what reason? I'm not playing a game that I don't like. That's not fun to me just because of other people. F that bull crap.
Starlink and Octopath Traveler, Wolfenstein 2, and Crash Insane Trilogy.
Exactly. All those are good games.
That's neither here nor there.
And all those are good games, and that's why they don't want to pick out there. And Octopath Traveler is exclusive. So again, that's what I'm saying. True Nintendo fans going to pick up games like that. The social gamers, the one who buying the Switches now, which Nintendo smartly is making fools out of them bastards. Go ahead, fools and the money soon departed. Go right ahead. But no.
Let's get into the bulk of this conversation.
Yes, let's go.
I play on multiple platforms. Own an Xbox One. Want to get.
Why am I not surprised? Like I just said, you make enough money, so you should be able to get all these things and still not bitch about things. But again, I'm not surprised.
An Xbox One X. Want to get a PlayStation 4 Pro. I have a gaming PC, a 4K capable gaming PC.
Ooh.
So I do get to play games near the best of the best. I don't have quite a 1080 Ti in my system, but
not the best of what? Graphics? I don't give a yeah, and if it's broken, it's fucking broken. Again, you gonna have a Ferrari, but if the Ferrari don't got gas, you ain't going nowhere, homie. Ooh, it could go full. Hey, Sprite, there you go. There you go. That's one of our commandments. Thou should not lust after 4K. Freaking idiots. The best of the best. Oh wow, it looks so gorgeous, but it's not doing nothing, and I can't play, and it's crashing, and it's glitching here, and. Yeah, but it looks pretty though. It looks pretty. It's such whores.
I could play, I have dual 4K monitors, and I enjoy my
Whoopie-doo! Whoopie!
All that stuff. I have a gaming capable laptop, granted.
Yeah.
But I can game on it. 1080p gaming at like 100.
Hey, dude, I know you got a 1-inch dick, but you don't got to keep on telling everybody how proud you've been, man. I know. Stop. Jeez.
20 FPS or something. That's great. And then I have Switch, and Switch is my primary gaming platform. And I want
all that bullshit. And Nintendo stuff, the Switch is your primary console. So it doesn't mean nothing. Oh, I love jabronis. I just love them. Talking all that shit, measuring dick ain't that. Oh, but Switch. Switch don't have none of that crap you just said there, homie. But it's your primary gaming console. So in other words, you just love the games for the fun of it. So stop that bull crap, man. Jesus. You guys are just too much with this thing, man. Holy crap baskets. Lord have mercy on my soul.
Game in the world to come to Switch. I understand console exclusive games are not going to come to Switch, and
No
I
shit.
understand as of today, right now in 2018, on June 27th when I'm recording this, that we're not going to get full third-party support. And I just want to say that as a Nintendo fan, as a gaming fan, I am sick.
As you, and as you, that's the same thing I don't like about Red Knight. I don't speak for Nintendo fans. I speak for myself. Fuck that bull crap. Because again, if that were the case, Nintendo fans be speaking about me until the Metroid sucks, and it should be this and that. When you know my hatred for Metroid, so I ain't gonna go deep into that. Or I'm not saying hatred for Metroid, hatred for Metroid fans for their bull crap. Or when again, they're saying people who ask for the damn internet to be the services and we want features. Like, just give me a damn console that plays games. That's all I care about. Again, that's all I care about. So now you're gonna preference your bullshit now. I don't like when people do that.
Sick and tired of the excuses. I am sick and tired of the treatment of a Nintendo platform that is probably close to 20 million units strong at this point, might sell 100 million units over the course of its life, not getting full AAA support. Now, there's a lot of arguments on why this doesn't happen. Most recently, Capcom said that Monster Hunter World can't come to Switch. There's two ways to determine why Monster Hunter World can't come to Switch. One, Switch doesn't have the hardware capable of running it, and two, there's a contract in place that blocks Switch from even being in consideration.
Okay, so why don't you play it on your PC or your other consoles as a Nintendo fan, quote unquote, and shut the fuck up? There were some games that didn't come to my Switch. I bought it for my PC, and I played it and enjoyed it. I'm not ranted. I didn't came to the Switch. The only game that I said that didn't came to Nintendo that I would make a video like you're doing right now is game that makes 100%, not even 110% sense to put it on the Switch. And I've been proven right all the time. Unlike you, I've been proven right all the time when I say that. The Disney Afternoon Collection, the Mega Man Collection, the Okami, the Resident Evil Revelations. I did my videos at the time when there was controversy, and then of course the companies follow. Oh, that was a stupid idea. They're gonna put the games on there now. I did that, but stuff like Monster Hunter Story, all that Monster Hunter Story. So I'm sorry, that should be on the Switch. There you go. It's on the 3DS. That should be on the Switch. I bet you sell better there. That's a better game anyway. Subjectively, I know what it means. For the true Monster Hunter fans out there, I know you guys like your world and enjoy it. But my point is that if it's not coming to your console and you have all the other consoles, are you bitching?
No, which it is. We do know that Capcom said they are going to make a new Monster Hunter game for Switch. We're not sure if it's going to be.
So if they're gonna make, you said new, so I went off what you just said, and then I know people say ports. Okay, so it's a port. Okay, if they said new, then what's the problem, homie? You get an exclusive.
Exclusive. It could be exclusive. They have had success with Nintendo in recent years doing that. So we'll have to wait and see. Either way, it's going to get a new Monster Hunter game that's.
So what's the problem, homie?
It's not just double cross from the 3DS. However, the thing is we hear that, right? Think of all the praise went up for Bethesda. Bethesda brought us a late port of Doom, which of course it was late because the Switch wasn't even out yet, and now they're bringing us a late port of Wolfenstein 2. But we're not getting Rage 2. We're not getting Fallout 76. We got Fallout Shelter, of course, but we're not getting the latest and greatest from Bethesda. Why is this? Well,
why don't you just play it on your other platforms? Or wait, if he's gonna come to the platform like Doom and whatever it is. And if you want the 4K power and all that bullcrap, then you could buy it on your other platforms and even on your PC, which you better hope that it's not broken. Or if you want to be portable, just wait. I didn't buy Kirby Star Alliance yet. I'm not bought that game. I accidentally forgot to buy Ys 8. So it's right now, and I got so much stuff going on coming back to America. I got to do some stuff. So I'm not gonna get Ys 8, but trust and believe, homie, I'm gonna get that game later on. I can wait. I have enough games to play now And if you have all those systems, so do you. But again, all those systems, and that's, Nintendo Switch is the same main console. Anyway, I digress again. But you know how many other games I have on pre-order on my eShop, on my Amazon list to pre-order for this year? A lot to get, to enjoy. And I still have not beaten all the games I have on my Switch yet that I have bought. So I got time, homie. We got time.
Well, why is that the case? A lot of people are going to come out of the woodworks like they've done with Fallout 76 since I started talking about it and tell you these are online games, as if that matters. The Switch has online. I literally just got done playing like 4 different games today online on Switch, so I don't really know why that matters. Anyways, and they'll come out and they'll tell you that the Switch does not have the hardware capable of running these games. I want to debunk something right now when it comes to that. And this is speaking from a little bit of personal experience. I don't know. Many of you guys might not know this. I'm in college for a game design degree. So this means
Oh, you're going to find out how shitty the industry is once you get on the inside, homie. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Woo-hoo. You're going to learn. Oh, you're going to learn. You can game design all you want. You're going to be getting on grunt work, and I hope you have the fortitude to shine that turd all the way until you get a check with it. When you wash enough dishes, they're like, all right, bus boy, time to make you a waiter. All right, waiter, time to make you a thing. Now, if you go independent, I hope you become successful. I'm not going to be hateful. But if you go into the industry, you ain't going to like what's going to happen, homie.
deal with a lot of game programming. I deal with game engines. My best friend in the world, Eric, he also has degrees in game development. He's not currently working a game development job, but whatever. I've also
exactly. My point is what I love these guys prove my point. But anyway,
worked in game testing in the past. I can't really talk a lot about that because I'm still under NDAs they're basically lifetime NDAs about a game. It hasn't even come out yet. Maybe if it comes out, I'll have to recheck my contract there and see if I can talk about it. But I've worked on games. Yeah. I'm not going to say I'm like this big AAA developer and that I have oodles and oodles of experience or that I have a game I can go out and buy right now that I've worked on. But what I can tell you is that I've dabbled in game development. I have been in school for a little while, and I understand a bit more of it now than I did, 10 years ago.
I'm happy for you.
Every single game, yes, I literally mean every single game, whether it's Call of Duty, Black Ops 4, whether it's Battlefield 2,
it's scalable.
Whether it is the new, Battlefront 2 Star Wars game or the new Star Wars game that was kind of sort of announced but not shown off yet, whether or not it is really anything, Rage 2, Beyond Evil 2, whatever the case may be, regardless of what game it is, all of them can run on Switch.
No shit.
There is no doubt in my mind all of it can run on Switch.
No shit. Let me
explain why. The primary reason for something to be incompatible to run on a piece of hardware isn't about how fast the CPU is, how fast the GPU is, how much RAM there is, or all of that. It's more so to do with architecture. Basically, if you built a game that supports something like, say, DirectX 12 on PC, and everything you built around the game is built around the abilities of DirectX 12, any older architecture that doesn't support DirectX 12 cannot really run that game unless they build a second version of that game that runs on an older version of DirectX. And a lot of companies don't want to do that. It's not cost efficient to do that. Now, on PC, it does actually have more often than you think, but I'm just saying when you put this at the console level, especially where PlayStation 4 and Xbox One are much closer to PCs than video game consoles have really ever been before, it is very interesting to look at how game development works on them. And here's the thing. The Tegra X1 inside of Switch is using modern architecture that is 100% compatible with x64 and x86. There's a lot of technicality stuff in this, and you guys can go do some research into it if you want. You don't have to take my word for it.
It uses that thing, but what you don't, but hopefully, and the way you just said right there, you're not going to explain. They create a custom chipset for Nintendo. Because Nintendo uses the ARM on the Switch. That's, you see, I got to look at the actual dev kit and saw what's going on. You say you're gonna hopefully you could buy one of these days if you can, and that's what Nintendo does. They always do that. So, yeah.
all the research is out there, all the benchmarks are out there, all the information is out there and fully publicly available on the Tegra X1. So if you want to call me out on it, go for it. But I've done the research. So the thing is, architecture-wise, the system can run all of these games. What prevents these games from coming to Switch is essentially one of, I feel like, maybe three things. One, it does cost money to port the game.
It always does.
If you don't think sales of a game on the platform are going to justify whatever it's going to cost to port the game to the platform, you're just not going to port the game. Now, for us as gamers, we view it as, well, if you can make your money back on porting the game to the platform, then you should port the game to the platform because you break even. It's a non-risk. You don't lose any money. Or if you...
Now, who got that business sense? Oh, yeah, I forgot OJ had that business sense. So remember, that's stupid that he's talking about. Oh, yeah, that if they should cater to us even though they're losing money. No. If you don't get a good yield, I wouldn't have produced it, which I have no... That's why I was trying to state that, hey, I don't care if you don't have this. That's what I said. If you have all the other systems you just proclaim and they're not coming to my Switch, I could go buy another console.
You're guaranteed to make some profits, you should bring the game over. But see, companies want all of the profits. They don't want some profits. Like bringing Madden over to Switch could be a highly profitable venture, but it won't be as profitable as it is on Xbox One, PC, and PlayStation 4. So they want all of the profits.
Yeah, because EA could do EA's because Xbox, PlayStation, and PC to a degree, but not really. But Xbox and PlayStation. They already groomed their people to do all the stupid DLC microtransactions and all the crap that goes with the damn game. The majority of Nintendo fans ain't gonna fall for that bullshit. Casuals, yes. I mean, not casuals. The social gamers. Let's be correct, because again, I'm a casual gamer too. The social gamers, yes. As you just pointed out, the Pokemon Go, yeah, they're gonna go and do that.
They don't want some of the profits. So that's one aspect of it. It has to deal with the money. The other aspect has to deal with creative vision. And creative vision is basically, we have a certain way we want everyone who plays, say, Beyond Good and Evil 2 to experience it, right? We want they want every person to experience it in 1440p or above, at 60 FPS or above, with these high-quality physics and particle effects and lighting and shaders and all. We want to experience everything in that, and we just do not want to dumb it down for something like Switch. And dumb it down isn't really a good terminology, but I'm trying...
It's the same thing happened to Akami, Resident Evil Chronicles, by your definition, Rayman. Again, I can list games, as you just said, that if they wanted to run a certain way, and then when they try to go to another thing and they don't have the same thing, and the other consoles and they didn't have that same peripherals or the way it looked, because they had higher resolution and all that stuff, it failed too. So let's not play that dumb game, man.
Use it as a way to understand how a game like that could run on Switch. All these games can run on Switch. They might run at sub HD, especially in handheld mode. They might be running only at 30 FPS instead of 60, sometimes sub 30 FPS like Doom and Wolfenstein do. They might be having blockier things and no anti-aliasing, and maybe like in Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, they basically got rid of all the fur, like the individual hair fur textures, and kind of gave you more.
And we know that's bullcrap because you remember Donkey Kong and all his fur textures. So that's just the developers doing bullshit. Okay, let's not even play that. Nintendo pulled it out of their console, out of their games. Yes, that's why you love exclusives.
Flat texture-based things, but the games still run, and they can still bring these games there and run them on the platform.
Exactly.
There's that creative vision inside them that says that's not how we envision the game, so we don't want anyone to experience those games.
And I'll say this, to be honest. I respect anybody. If you think that that's your problem, that you really don't want it to be in a console because of that, I respect that. I'm cool with that. Don't put it in a console. Yeah, so you have your activity to do, that's cool. Again, for people like him, you have all the other consoles, so why not just play it in the other consoles?
In that light. Basically, we don't want anyone running the game on low settings on PC, so we're going to make low settings on PC basically be a $2,000 computer. I'm not saying that.
I'm going to say, what game developer does that bullshit? I'm just going to say, who does that?
the case for Xbox One and PlayStation 4, but you kind of catch my drift. It's where their bottom end of what they want this game to look like, the Switch is below that.
And if they do that, they're gonna end up they're gonna end up suffocating a lot. You think Crisis made their money in the first game? Hell no, they didn't. They suffered for that too.
Another reason. The other reason is that they just don't like Nintendo. I mean, let's just throw that out there. EA, as an example, is not a fan of Nintendo in terms of...
And nobody's a fan of EA.
Being a platform maker, because EA has never really made bank on Nintendo since the 90s. So EA doesn't make a lot of money from Nintendo. We can argue about why that's the case. So they just don't like Nintendo. That unprecedented partnership on Wii U really turned into a bunch of nothing. We got some decent support in the first 6 months, and that was it. And all those games were probably already committed and contractually guaranteed
when the
partnership was formed. You notice how there was no other EA games coming out after the initial games they already announced. So my thought here is, as a Nintendo fan, is that third-party companies care more about themselves and more about their pride than they do about gamers. And I'm not saying that as individual developers as one.
Let's not get money confused with pride, homie. I shouldn't even say it's money. You mean greed. Let's be honest. It's greed.
Working to become one, very much care about the product. They care about the end user experience.
No, they don't. Don't even go there with that with EA. If that was the case, we never got Andromeda the way we would have got it. Or Ubisoft would have got Assassin's Creed Unity. Or Star Wars Battlefront 2. Don't give me that bullshit, dude. Jeez.
I am tired of these excuses.
But you just gave the others excuses.
You should let consumers speak for what is worthwhile.
Oh, wow. I agree with you, but consumers are idiots. As I always said, people are stupid, individuals smart. If you were the consumer, what you would do is buy the games that doesn't come to Switch on your PlayStation or Xbox, or this magical 4K double screen PC that you have, and check the fuck out.
I feel like we should be getting Rage 2. I feel like we should be getting the new Assassin's Creed game.
No.
I feel like we should be getting the new Call of Duty.
Not really.
Anthem from EA.
No.
We should be getting all these games.
No.
And you should let the audience decide if we want to buy them. Do we want to buy Anthem at 30 FPS and sub HD at times? Let us decide as consumers.
No, and you won't. So why waste the money? Now, I'm on EA side on that part right there. No, and it's stupid. So I'm not going to do it. And that was his always online game. Ugh.
The thing is, they're taking the choice out of consumers' hands, leaving potentially...
They're taking a choice as a company to make money, which is the only thing they're supposed to do.
Millions of dollars at the table because they just don't want to try. And that is what is so frustrating.
Wait. I don't want to try. Okay, so let's get it straight. Okay. Again, I love the hypocrisy of these guys when they're making it. I swear they do not go back and listen to their videos. They just go off the cuff. Okay, I got it. So let's go with this. You saying these companies don't want to try, but then y'all criticize Nintendo for trying and not doing what Sony Microsoft was doing, which is basically more power, same controller. I'm telling you, gotta love these guys.
Why? The thing is, unlike some of you guys out there where Switch might be your only gaming platform, Switch isn't my only gaming platform, so I can play all these games in a zillion other places.
So what's the problem?
But I want to play them on Switch because as an adult who is turning 32 years old,
oh my God!
As a parent,
yeah, you have to choke up there because you're an adult. I'm 32 at that too, and you whine like a little bitch. Ugh. My God. But go ahead.
3. The Switch is enabling me to dive deep into games again in a way I just don't have time to sit.
Dude, you don't have a Ferrari. You don't have a mansion. You're an adult. You don't have these stuff. So you're not going to get everything. That's life. Holy crap, you guys are some narcissistic bitches. You're not gonna get everything in your console, and you just said you had everything. So why even have the big dick measuring contest as you showed off at the beginning and see you have all this stuff, but then still bitch about it not coming when you could play it if you want to play it? Jeez.
Front of a PC and do time to always sit in front of my TV and do, but I do have time on commutes to things. I do have time.
Well, play the games that comes there, and again, smile, have a Coke, and shut the fuck up. Quite simple. Not that tough, homie. It really is not.
When as an example, I just had surgery recently, and I was in the hospital for hours. And guess what I got to do while I was in the hospital? Play Switch for 4 hours. I haven't had a 4-hour gaming session that wasn't review related in forever.
Well, I was you in the hospital. You had a Switch. I guess you have a 3DS. You don't have a PlayStation Vita, maybe, but you could use those too. But whatever, I got you. You play the games. And you play the game that came to the console, right? You wasn't saying, man, I didn't have that. No, Fortnite. That just came. Example. Yeah, Monster Hunter World. Oh, then I want Monster Hunter World. Oh, well, I'll play this game on my Switch. You play the game that you bought on the Switch, dude.
I guess live stream related. We had a couple live streams go on, but you know what I'm saying? Like, on my own free time, because Switch enables me to do that. I don't have that time to sit in front of a TV because of my children, because I got to spend time with my fiance and I have other things going on. I have work. I have YouTube.
I work on the YouTube. Okay.
I want all these games on Switch, and I don't want to be disingenuous to all of the I guess arguably legit reasons that we're not getting these games, but I'm just tired of it.
You sound like a petulant child. I think your 3-year-old is more adult than you.
I have accepted that Nintendo Switch is not going to get full AAA support from anyone.
And again, so if you accept it, what's the problem?
I don't care how many examples you bring up of games like Starlink or Wolfenstein 2 or Crash or Octopath Travelers. That's great. We're getting Octopath Travelers. We're not getting Kingdom Hearts 3. We're not getting Final Fantasy. We're not getting, or maybe we will end up getting Final Fantasy 15 someday. They talk about how they're still doing it. But Square has also said they're focused on exclusive Switch games, which means they're not bringing over all their big multi-platform games.
And you have a console that plays them.
Capcom, that's great. We're getting Mega Man, but we're not getting all of their big multi-platform games. Like, we're getting scraps. We are getting games that they.
Wow. See how I saying that narcissistic sweet. So Octo Traveler is a scrap, even as an exclusive game. God dang these guys. See. You are why the Nintendo Prime. You're specifically why the industry is dying. I'm sorry, but what you just said, you are specifically why the industry is dying. You don't want to spread the net. You don't want to enjoy. You buy all the fancy cars, but you're still driving your Honda Civic. That's the best way to put it in it. You got your Ferrari, you got your Porsche 911. You got the Lamborghini Aventador, but you still drive your Honda Civic because what? Because gas it's good on gas. So why don't you? So it's weird that you go through all that bullshit and still go for the one thing. Oh man. Oh my goodness. Gamers.
You either aren't 100% sold on how successful it will be. Give you an example. Starlink Battle for Atlas, with its Toys to Life concept, has already turned some people off, and Ubisoft is probably worried if the game will be a success at all. But you know what's going to help it be a success? Star Fox on Switch. Probably is going to make Starlink, the best-selling version of it, end up being on Switch.
Oh, wow. Shit. Hey guys, man, he found the golden pot at the end of the rainbow. Like, who didn't think that bullshit? Of course, everybody thought that. That's why they did it.
It's just mind-boggling to me. And by the way, so this isn't a knock on Starlink. I played Starlink like for almost an hour at E3. Oh my gosh, is that game really, really good? Hope you guys aren't turned off. But I'm just incredibly frustrated as someone who enjoys a lot of these bigger games. I really do. I love Nintendo games. I love Octopath Travelers that's coming out. The prologue demo was fantastic.
I thought you said it was Scraps. Jeez.
Like it's fantastic. I'm getting Wolfenstein 2 on the platform. I held out for it.
Again, I thought you said it was Scraps. You're not getting it. These are not the games that the developer intended it to be. Nintendo Prime.
Switch. I'm paying a premium to have it on Switch over other platforms. A worse version of the game, but I don't care.
It's a premium, the worst version of the game. Wow.
Because I'm going to actually have time to play it on Switch versus the other systems. So
then your Ferrari is just in the garage, just collecting dust.
Nothing can be done.
Exactly. So your whole video is irrelevant. It's stupid. That's the only reason I'm doing this video, because again, it points out how these YouTubers are full of crap. They're hypocritical. They don't have concise thinking, and they double talk themselves in their own video. And last but not least, most of their videos are irrelevant because they're just narcissistic, whiny little babies who are just. They think everything should work the way step of the fingers in their world.
Essence has come out to say recently, port begging doesn't get us anywhere. And in general...
Oh, God, you bring out OJ? Well, I bring him out too, so why not? The juice is loose here. Oh, juice is loose podcast. I'm just... Boy, and all the juice has been bad lately too, so yeah.
It's basically right. Like, even when a studio says, hey, if you ask for this game, we're going to make it, they already know at the time they say that if they're going to make it or not.
Yeah, and I remember they shut down the same people were saying, "Oh, can I cry about Dragon Ball Z fighters coming to?" Oh, wait a minute, it's coming to the Switch. Again, you know what? Whatever.
Interesting to know is if there's fan demand. They kind of did that with Shenmue 3, right? With the partnership with Sony, they wanted to see how big demand was for the game, but they were still going to make it anyways, as was evident by the partnership that studio had with Sony before they even announced the Kickstarter. So, in general, port begging doesn't get you anything, and there's a zillion examples you might give. Oh, a lot of people were asking for Dragon Ball FighterZ on it was already coming to Switch. They were already working on it forever, long before people were asking for it to come. So.
No, they really wasn't really working on it forever. But again, and here's the thing: you can go and look this up yourself too, Prime, as you want to be quote unquote Nintendo news journalist. They said they could have done the game. You just gotta ask Namco because Namco is the whole of the copyrights. He's the publishing. They had no problem doing the game. They never had. They said it right there and there when people was asking for it. But because who owns the publishing? Namco. That's the difference. So don't lie.
Port begging isn't going to get us anywhere. I really want Madden, but what's the point of making a petition to EA to beg them to bring Madden to Switch? What's the point of doing any of that outside of making yourself feel good? Because obviously port begging makes yourself feel good, especially if you were begging for Dragon Ball FighterZ and now we have it, so now you feel vindicated. It's fine to feel vindicated, and I'm glad you feel good about yourself, but you personally had little to do with why they're bringing that game.
Again, you see what I'm talking about with the whole double talk? You just a while ago you were bitching to have these games on your console. Now you're saying that now that it's irrelevant. I swear these guys do not listen to their videos before they put it on YouTube.
Over it had to do with money, and then realizing that it really wasn't that expensive to bring over, and
it was never expensive, as I just stated with the whole thing. It was just Namco got to do what they got to do.
Cost efficient, and they feel like they'll at least break even or make a significant profit on Switch. That or the original games didn't sell that well. In the case of Wolfenstein 2, I believe they were actually upset with the sales numbers. The website doesn't usually outwardly show they're upset, but the sales numbers for Wolfenstein 2 were actually below the New Order, and by all indications, Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus, is the better game. So maybe millions of people were holding out for the Switch version. I have no idea. I know I held out for the Switch version, but I don't know how many other people did. I just think this video might feel pointless, I guess.
Oh, wow. Thank you. You acknowledge it. Come over to the light, my friend. Come over to the light. You acknowledge what I just said is an irrelevant video. Come over to the light, my friend. Exactly. Jesus. You got, I'm telling you, I just do this for the kicks. I do not get upset because these guys just make these videos and it's just hilarious. It is laugh out loud hilarious. My goodness, man. I'm telling you, I don't know what. It is hilarious, man. Because I said what I said a while ago back. It's pointless. Exactly.
Is it okay to be frustrated at this point?
No.
I mean, this has been the way it's been for decades. This isn't
so
new,
yeah. So no.
But I dream big, and I want to live in a world where Nintendo and Nintendo Switch is treated equally.
And
I
it won't.
Some people that will say, "Oh, just wait."
This is the world we live in. Take out gaming, take out car, whatever. In real life, nothing's treated equally. Life is not fair. Never has, never will be.
For 2019, no. If we don't have the support now, we're not going to get it in 2019.
No
either.
shit.
PlayStation 4 and Xbox One had AAA support day one. And I know a lot of you guys are going to talk about, oh, remember it being called Port Station? They ported this, they ported that. And at the same time, they were still getting the latest Call of Duties, the latest Assassin's Creed. All of the latest brand new AAA games were also coming out on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One in the first year and the first holiday.
You're right. And I'm not. I know you're going to use the excuse as.
Ports, but there were also all the new games, and they were getting.
Yeah, and I know you're going to use the excuse, and I'm not against that.
We have a lot of Wii U ports, but and a lot of the older ports of AAA games, we're not getting, all of the latest and greatest games. We're getting little trickles of new IPs or tests here and there.
New IP, again. I mean, that stuff, no, don't even bother.
And it's just frustrating. I think the only studio, or at least the only company that's been upfront and honest is 2K. 2K.
Really? You know what? I'm not going to go down that well.
Gave us NBA 2K18, we're getting NBA 2K19, and we'll probably get NBA 2K20, and we'll probably get NBA 2K moving forward because there is an established fan base for the game on Switch.
How come you don't? What are you talking about? Wrestling 2017? How that from 2K games? How that worked out? All right, that's a buggy piece of shit.
Probably would have got WWE 2K19 if they didn't flub up last year.
Well, you know what? Kudos. You talk about it, so I'll take that comment back. Won't give him the praise, but you're right. At least you talked about it. So I take my previous comment back.
Terribly that no one bought it because the people who did buy it probably should have demanded refunds if they didn't. But I'm just. Is it okay to be frustrated?
No.
Because I grew up. The hard thing is, I grew up in the 90s. So I grew up with the NES and the SNES. Both of those platforms had full AAA support. There was not a
because they were the only people in the. You just explained it at the early part of the video because it was the only game in town. If the only place you could get the drink, of course you're gonna have full support. How stupid of a comment is that? And you stated that at the beginning of the video. Man, what is wrong with you people?
Multi-platform AAA game, unless it was those PC exclusives. That's not multi-platform. Multi-platform AAA games all came to the Nintendo system and Sega Genesis. And even on the N64, most multi-platform AAA games came to the N64 and PlayStation. Granted, 64 is where it started the decline for Nintendo, but it's just... I'm just tired of the excuses. But here's what I want to happen. You guys know what I want to happen, but here's what I want. Instead of third parties talking around it, just say, we don't like Switch. It doesn't fit our vision. We're not going to support it. We don't like Switch.
Oh, wow. That's something I be saying all the time. Me, Doc, Sprite, a lot of people be saying the same thing. Just get third party. Just tell us the truth and move on. We don't care. But again, the way you just said, though, is that when people do to that, still say that, you're still angry. You're frustrated for some reason.
We're not going to support it. I don't want scraps off the heap. So,
but you're playing the scraps.
Yes, Ubisoft, Bethesda, Square Enix.
But you're playing the scraps.
All the games you're bringing are great. I want you to fully commit to the platform, or just get the hell out of here. I'm probably the only one that feels that way, and I'm still going to be buying the games you are bringing.
So what's the point? Loss of brain cells. This should be. I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna rename it loss of brain cells too. Again, I'm not angry. I'm just laughing at this bullshit. What's the point then? If you're gonna do that, it's stupid. I don't like broken games. Nobody should buy broken games, but I'm gonna buy broken games. Why? Why do you guys do that to yourselves? Again? Yeah, individual small people are stupid. Golly.
I'm just. It's frustrating to me that Switch finally provided me a platform as a parent and as an adult that allows me to game in the way that I want to game, gives me my gaming time. It gives me time to game again, and I'm still stuck without the ability to play all the games I want to play because third-party companies don't view Nintendo in the same light as they view PlayStation.
And they would never will.
Xbox.
And they never will.
PlayStation 5 comes out and it's barely more powerful than the PlayStation 4 Pro, but the Xbox 2 comes out and craps all over and is 2 or 3 times more powerful. Do you dare think third parties are not going to bring all of their games to the much weaker PlayStation 5? It won't even be a question. Of course they're going to.
No shit, Sherlock.
But with Nintendo, we have to beg, we have to claw.
No, we don't.
We
No, we don't.
We have to bitch.
No, we don't. But
really
what you bitching? You're right about that. You're bitching.
Folks, let me know what you think about all this down in the comments below.
Your video is irrelevant. That's it. Your video is irrelevant. That's what I think about it. Your video is irrelevant, and at the end of the video, you even said it yourself, which is funny because I said it earlier. And then again, this is why these guys. This is why I do this stuff. It's funny because again, it keeps whatever. I'm not frustrated. I just like I said, I love to just the mental gymnastics to break down because literally today, I did. My girlfriend asked me for something, and I texted her. She reminded her of something, and I texted her, and she said, "Man, you got a good memory. I forgot all about that certain thing." This kind of stuff helps keep my brain going because the gymnastics that these guys do I mean, it's a work of art to sound redundant, stupid, irrelevant, hypocritical, double talk as much as these YouTubers do. This whole video is just, wow, you and Dreamcast Guy is up to the top of the list of people who make a lot of irrelevant videos. I gotta say that. You guys destroy your own arguments in your own videos. How? How do you do that? That's crazy. You guys destroy your own arguments in your own videos. That is ridiculous. But people will go and give him thumbs up, whatever, and think, yeah, you're right, you're right. You're right of what? He made no legitimate statement and no sense in it. His argument was diffused. He literally diffused his own argument of this whole video. And he, as I stated, it was irrelevant, and then at the end he said it was a pointless video. These are the people that makes me laugh. And again, Nintendo Prime, you are exactly the reason why the industry is gonna die. Because of you guys feel entitled. But other than that, guys, thank you guys, whoever they, because this is not my normal time. I just threw this up here just because somebody sent me the video and I said, oh, you know what? Let me use this as a video, and I was right to do what it is. It's a long video, so hey, hope you guys hang in there. Other than that, check out our video on Game Idea for his game idea foundry, where he's talking about what is it? Fight Me, where I was on and Jay and Sprite and everybody was on there. Also, like I said, I just released a video which is called Manticore. I said the name wrong in the video, but it's Manticore. Review about that game, the first look. Now that I played the game and beat the game, good game. It does. I would say the negatives are, and I will put it in the video because it needs to. The good game, enjoyed it, beat the game too, and 100%. I think 100%. If I ain't 100%, I think I did 100% it. 100% the game, which is Sorry, it wasn't shot, but I think 100%. I know it was updated in the 90s, and when I beat the game, I think they gave me the last trophies and stuff. But other than that, the load times are long. Not gonna deny that at all. I have some long load times, and of course, because the game is using so much stuff, and when you get to the later stages, it does not the boss stage, which was good, but some of the other stages before the boss stages, it did get a little slow down and the frame rate did drop. I'm not gonna deny it. That's what happened. But overall, I enjoy my experience. So check out that review on my channel. It's a really good game for stalling. You get your hands on and play, and it's like it's $15 eShop when I bought it. Or you can check out my ice review as well too, because that's a really good game, and that's $8.99. I think that is a well pick up game as well. Like I said, I didn't get Ease 8. Right now I'm basically back to playing what was it? Oh yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles X, because now that I ain't got all the blades, but I'm building up my blades before I go New Game Plus and I'm doing that before I get the what do you call it, the DLC story Corner the Golden Country, so I can at least have my characters super strong and have with it. So blades, I should say. Because right now I'm going around beating up these Titans at 120, 100. Man, I wonder if I could beat that 130 Titan now. I wonder. That'll be rough, but hey, I might see what I could do. But other than that, check out those videos in the channels. Hope you guys are enjoying your games that you are having on all consoles. And again, remember, there's no perfect game out there. That's the whole point. Just enjoy the games, whatever comes to your console, no matter what it is, because there's no perfect games. There's nothing. What's perfect to you is not perfect to me. What's perfect to me is not perfect to you. Simply enjoy your games on all your consoles, even PC. All right? You guys chill out. Have a good night. Peace.